Hello and welcome to the show. We are here on Forza Horizon 4 driving a rather ridiculous vehicle because, well, the Mercedes 6x6 has arrived in the game and naturally the best thing to do with them is go racing. They are not the easiest to drive. I mean, I have kind of race modified this one a bit. It has the V8 race engine from a trophy truck in the front. It is upgraded in terms of tyre widths. Well, it is already on kind of off-road race tyres. It's as light as it can be, which is about 7,000 and something pounds. It turns, I'm afraid, like a ferry. It really doesn't turn. I mean, it's understeer would be an understatement. It's not really steering at all. It's quite a difficult thing to manhandle around the circuits, but we are all very much in the same large boat. So, you know, one make racing, hoping for the best. Really, this is a top A-class vehicle. Pretty much it's 3 PI below A-class with the combination of parts that I have got on it. Can we find a way? Maybe past Liam, maybe not quite there. There's a few cars escaping the circuit around the exit of that corner, which is easy to do in normal rally cars, let alone in this. It's kind of all about getting the right line through a corner. You're going to want to, in many ways, you want to brake early rather than trying to carry huge amount of speeds on the way. It's all about exit speed of corners. You haven't got any real grip to carry mid-corner speed, so you want to make sure you can get as good an exit out of a corner as possible. Hordes is buzzing around behind me looking for a way past. Now, of course, because they are very big and very heavy, the street furniture isn't normally all that much of a concern. I mean, you don't want to hit too much of it, but you might get away with a little bump here and there. Water does not phase the 6x6 in the slightest. Is Liam going to go? See, I'm really hoping, I keep hoping to see Liam go wide through there, and I just can't do it. I want to clear Liam. Hordes is likely to be quick with these vehicles. I've already seen that thing buzzing around behind us. Oh, it's how fast dare you take the first part, because you'll be in a bit of a wonky position for the second part. Give Liam a bit of a helping hand through all of there. Oh, and immediately, Hortz got to the inside. The problem is, yeah, the line I want to take through there is, if you're close enough and have the grip and have the speed, is a little susceptible to being attacked, which is fair enough. I wanted to kind of take a big sweeping line, and you can't necessarily do that when there's a car. I thought Horse was too far back to make the most of it, but there we go. Scotty's got to be careful going underneath like that. You could end up missing a checkpoint. Scotty did miss a checkpoint through there. It's so easy to get suckered in, and what doesn't help is I've fallen foul to this in a practice race around here, is that the truck ahead. Oh, Liam has now run wide. Horse has got in trouble. The truck ahead hits the post and moves it, and it's really difficult to see where you're aiming for the post when you are the truck behind. As we go side by side through here, I'm going to have to lift on that outside because Horse is going to get a crap ton of understeer. Didn't quite lift as much as I thought I was going to, or I thought as much as I needed to. And the little hut, we were playing a little game of can the hut survive a lap, and so far Liam's hit it every time. So far the answer is a resounding no. No, the hut can't actually survive a lap with these trucks racing around here. Oh, I've done the goofy thing. Done a big goofy thing. I've lost the gap. Well, we've got another lap to go. Hordes and Liam fight each other. There might be a chance still. I just turned in a little bit too soon, and that's what got me in trouble. Oh, not second though. Oh, and not quite like that either. If you fall off the rhythm with these, it's so difficult to get back on it. It's so difficult. Now, Liam might not give up there. Liam, I don't think, has had a choice in the matter. Threw that a little too much understeer with the vehicle again. The hut's not survived the first cars to reach it. God, slow each other down enough. Make each other take funky lines. Liam is really going to force the point down there, I should think. Can I get... I've got to try again. It's the focusing on that corner exit bit. Oh, I hit that bump. I got way big airtime, way more airtime than I wanted in that. I mean, unless there's shenanigans up ahead, I think we are catching a little bit just by virtue of their fighting. However, oh, there was a sideways Liam and maybe a little assistance. It's not going to be enough. I think Hordes is going to take it. I think Liam was trying to grab the handbrake to get it to turn. The handbrake doesn't really work with these. It doesn't really do anything when you do grab it to try and turn the rear of the car, not much happens. A great race for Hordes and Liam. I just made a silly error and dropped back in the end. Sadly, we just about had the pace to keep up, but silly little errors didn't quite work for me, so it will be a third position in the end. Ewan takes fourth ahead of Scotty, who beat Danger Man on the line, at a Speed Beast Longbow, Chris and Kliska. Well, it was an event. That is the best way to put it, I think. So, for our second race, we head to the Tarn Howls Scramble. A potentially little nastier circuit for the 6x. There is a chance they might roll over here. I think a slim chance. We've got a lot of cars to overtake. Well, not cars. Yeah, there's a particular curb that can... there's a particular corner here that has a nasty bump. It doesn't affect all vehicles, but it would be quite funny if it launched these over. There are a couple of tight corners on this track, perhaps tighter corners than the Mortimer Gardens Scramble. So we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, I mean, if we can have a good race, that would be nice. Not too many mistakes would be helpful. I think it's going to be a case of just kind of gently does it for the first lap while you figure out where the grip is, because you know it's going to understeer a lot. Liam's got the right idea through that corner, but sadly I cannot follow. I just didn't have my vehicle positioned. That's going to be... Oh, Scotty's going to go up the inside. Someone, I think, may have ended up outside of a checkpoint down there. Oh, it's a long way around on the high line. The only hope... unfortunately, they all kind of checked up. The only hope wasn't they'd be so tight they couldn't get any speed on the exit, but everyone kind of all checked up and gave each other grief there, so we're not really gained much. It's all 2x2 out of that corner. Oh, we are going to be on the outside for the final turn. That is, well, this corner is flat out normally in a lot of sort of cars that I tend to race. In these, it is not going to be flat out. We get a good run. We are on the outside, though, towards the first corner. Through the air we go. Just how late dare you brake, especially with that sort of shenanigans going on. If a car ahead brakes or gets too much understeer and I'm parked on the outside, doesn't matter how well I've braked necessarily, I can still be in a world of trouble. So, kind of glad we were out of the way of that one in many ways. Oh, why did I have to say something about the falling over curb? I knew I shouldn't have said something about the falling over curb. I'm not the only one that went over. I think someone else might have done a tumble as well there. Falling over curb caught me out. Falling over curb really, really caught me out there. I didn't actually think I was on the right line for that. I thought it was a slightly different line, but no. No, apparently that is the one. That is the bit you need to... I know there's a bump here that you can sometimes get caught up on, but amazing. Well, our podium is gone. I say pretty much. There is a very slim chance that there might be mistakes ahead. My roll came out of practically nothing, so... Oh, Ewan's gone exploring. I saw that was a long way exploring. That was a long way exploring, which gives me a little bit of hope here. Oh, come on, get turned. Ewan's going to understeer like mad through there now. It's down here. Is this somewhere down in there? You hit, and that's where you get in trouble. Oh, no. Just give a push. Push through the next corner. Now, Ewan will defend. Can I go... Actually, I was expecting a lot more defence from the vehicle ahead, and I was going to try to go around the outside for that nice run on the exit of the hairpin. Didn't quite happen in the end for me. Come on, turn, you bugger. Maybe third gear is what I want. Maybe... I think I was doing this with the truck in the previous... Just keep it in third gear for a lot of these corners might be the way to go. You might not need to brake through there. You might get away with just a big lift. Because it doesn't need too much of a brake to get round it. Even in these, if you get it right. It doesn't need all crazy amounts. Well, we're not fighting for the lead. At least we have got a battle. That is what you want. I think someone up ahead may have missed a checkpoint. Possibly Liam did. Liam was in the lead fight. Oh, and Liam's gone over! Liam's gone over! Catches it! Lovely save. Well done, Liam. Becomes the battle for fourth now. So at least two of us have fallen over on that same bit. I mean, it would be me. It would be me after I said something as well that would go for a tumble. Liam's going to get underneath us both. Can Liam get any sort of exit, though? Yes, will actually get me towards the next corner, because that would... I have to yield, because I will not get the speed on the exit. The only thing I will get is a better run up the hill, because Liam was out very, very wide. This is starting to get... Oh, I don't think Liam realised I was alongside on the inside there. So that's the... That almost went very badly for both of us, but never mind. We are through, which is nicely done. Well, I'd say nicely done. Nice enough done, at least, in this battle for 4 players. I think Liam might have got it. Unfortunately, yeah, I just came off slightly the worse, although very wide through there for the yellow and green truck. Will we see any more falling over? Oh, both of them hit the curb, bing and bobble, hit the rock or whatever the hell it is that screws them up. We've got a good run on the exit once more, but little to nowhere to go. Leah's still trying to slide the truck around. Don't feel like that's the way to go with it, but I'm also not really going all that quickly either. Now, onto the tarmac. Oh no, I put a wheel the wrong side of a ditch. I just couldn't get turned in. We're not going to get 4. There's a good fight. It was a very good fight in the end over this 4th position. Oh, I'm running too deep. Ewan's running even deeper on the outside, so it won't matter too much. Good battle. Slightly... Oh, I think the game forgot how to count and gave it to Ewan. Well, we ignore the game in that instance. Good. Very good race. A very good race for 2nd as well, by the looks of it. Those finishing positions. Yeah, we had a very, very good race over 4th. Some roles were involved. So, we are heading next to the Mudkickers Park, because let's face it, this is about the most suitable terrain that you could possibly put this vehicle on. Really is about the only suitable terrain this vehicle's going to go on. There is, I shouldn't say it because I'm bound to curse myself, there is a chance of some front flips along the, I guess, main part of the off-road park. I would guess less likely in these. A-class cars are normally but A-class vehicles are normally far enough that they can jump clear. It's the lower class, C and B-class cars that might catch the back of them and sometimes go for a spectacular front flip. These, perhaps less, but we'll see what happens. So, well, there is always a fear of rolling over. I thought these might be big enough and good enough off-road that it wouldn't catch them, but I was very clearly wrong. So, let's see what happens. Actually had a pretty good start this time around. Now, normally I would say you go out wide here to try and stay out of the water, but in these it doesn't matter. And it's so difficult to aim these out wide, it's just not really worth it. Now we go side by side over the jump. We are not going to see any... Oh, we are going to see some front flip. I think that was more with us not fighting for position than the actual problem with the trucks. Everyone was then slow. Somewhere there's a checkpoint in all of that that I don't want to end up missing. Oh, we're all checked up around there. It's been a little bit of a scruffy first lap. It's been a little bit scruffy first lap. It's just been a bit of a scruffy race. It will continue probably to be, because these things are difficult to drive. We have got dumped the wrong side of some trouble there. It's kind of flat through that corner, not fully flat. Oh, Longbow and Chris got in trouble on that one. I think Chris has got going again at least, which is something. Can we? No, because I'll end up missing the checkpoint if I'm not careful. Give Longbow space through there to get that one at least, which hasn't been reset yet, so I'd say has been a success. Right, time for the big jumps through there, up the smaller jump there. No, it does still catch the back of the... It's not quite as comfortable up there as I had hoped it might be, you know, being an off-road truck and everything. But at least here the racing looks closer than it has done elsewhere. Ewan is leading the way. Hordes seem to have got the measure of these trucks the best out of everybody, and will probably find their way to the front quite quickly. We're going to have a go up the inside, but unfortunately that's the outside through here. There's been some paint swapping between me and Longbow here. I want to be closer to flat through there, just can't quite make it stick. And then of course the other thing you get is if you stuck alongside one another, no one can turn. Somebody up ahead missed a checkpoint and got dropped back. I might be about to do that through there. We just about grabbed that one. Okay, towards the big jumps we head. Almost a front flip for a truck further up. We get a nice enough bouncy landing. could we work our way onto a podium? Oh, it was Ewan. Ewan missed the checkpoint at the start of the lap. Is there a podium in the offing for us? I mean, we're close, and we are currently not side by side with anybody, which does currently not side by side or blocked in by cars that are side by side, which might give me half a chance. Just need to not make any more silly goofs with this, well, rather silly vehicle. Danger Man playing it risky with the wall. You really don't want to ping off the concrete walls. You never know what one's going to grab you and basically insta-stop your truck. Okay, fourth gear didn't work there. I thought it was worth a try. I thought it might be doing something, but the answer to that is very much no. There we go. Across the jumps we go once more. A little bit of an awkward bounce for Scotty. Very awkward bounce for Speed Beast. I've had to jam on the brakes a moment there to try and not end up in the back of that vehicle. We're going to get hung out wide. However, we will still have speed to make it only just a little bit of a scrape on the exit. We get clear. Okay, Danger Man and Scotty are fighting for position up ahead. That is something that I do want to see. If that may continue, gives me half a chance on this, the final lap of the race. Danger Man very wide into that corner. The problem is I was a little wide and I have a truck back alongside again as we fight for fourth. It's not quite going to work through there. It's going to come down to the jump. It's going to come down to who's better positioned. Perhaps a little bit of luck along the way as well. If we can get that, it would be nice. We get a good jump, actually. We get a little bit landed on, but it doesn't actually slow us down any. Speed Beast lost perhaps a little bit of time through there. You've got to wait so long to get the car turned. It really just doesn't respond well to some of these corners. He's so patient with it. We have just about got that one right. We are catching towards Danger Man's third position, but it is going to be too little, too late for us, unfortunately. Hordes takes another victory. We do take a fourth position. They're better around there. Still fiddly, horrible things, but they are better around that particular circuit. Horses fastest lap by a mile as well. Me and Scotty quite similarly matched in terms of the lap time. Well, there we go. That is a 6x6. It's a fun addition, but despite our best efforts, it's still quite difficult to drive. You can get some close racing. To be fair, we get close racing with anything when we're in a one-make series. They are very difficult to drive. I like understeery vehicles. Well, I can't stand oversteer, and the trade-off is normally a bit of understeer. That works for me. These are even way too understeery for me. There were ways to drive these. There were ways to get some speed out of them, but it's not easy. Not easy at all. As I said, fun addition to the game. Not really good. It could be your maybe mess around off-roading vehicle from time to time. Great. Not going to be a race car. Ooh! It might not be a particularly good vehicle, but it won me one of my favourite Ferraris, so I'm happy with that. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.